Oh, hi, just a bit of a video about my experiences with Polygon Energy and doing my solar and power management installation here. I heard about Polygon Energy from a friend who is trying to do a pretty specific energy system installation, and so he found that he was able to talk to you guys, to Polygon, and we're actually willing to work through with them to pretty specific inverter requirements and battery requirements. Following up from that, you're on the Polygon website, there was a whole bunch about doing energy management and all that sort of stuff, which is specifically what I was looking for my home system. I'd had a house with a significant amount of solar and battery before, and from that I'd understood that it's really important to get the load management aspects under control, and I'd pretty much been waiting on civil tools technology to actually do the load management at a reasonable way and with a nice integration, and also with sort of integrating with batteries and solar inverter at a reasonable cost without being a gold-plated one. Once I started to stumble across those Polygon, and they were willing to actually consider that and to look at that and to have the flexibility. Some of the other solar places I'd talked to, that was just too hard, and they weren't interested, or didn't seem to be. So Polygon team, they were happy to keen to look at these technologies and get it done. We identified the carbon track system, which I hadn't seen, had only recently become available. We selected a SunGrow battery and inverter that was looked to meet all my needs, with integration being a key requirement, and that single battery and inverter vendor to avoid any issues of no roof space, all high ceiling, rake ceilings, concrete slab with some installation went quite well. Once things are happening, they got done very quickly. There was no major delays, unlike some of the other solar installers I see, where there's a big gap between the panels and everything else going up. As far as I know, it complies with the safety standards and guidelines. Made them come back once to tweak something in the panel, but that was all done quite well. Good instruction and post-installation support from my system. There was a few things to sort out and to understand with the billing and metering and such forth, and they've been monitoring and being on top of any problems. Carbon track system, which is the focus of our installation efforts now, which is to get the integration of the load management. As I said, I've identified that's key for load managing of the hot water system, and heating loads is really important to me. So my place is a couple of split systems in slab heating, and so the goal is to get running off solar as much as possible. The amber electricity supply, where the pricing tracks wholesale pricing in half-hour increments to manage that time, to avoid paying money during price spikes, and to potentially maximize returns by occasionally reselling back to the grid. Also there's other integration, the other big integration which is new, which is a electric car charger. So getting that integrated, another granny flat, all with separate heating. And I said Polygon have been selected because they were willing to deal with this, and it's a whole new system, dealing with the vendor, the carbon track, and integrating the various services required. They're willing to do that and deal with that complexity and a whole bunch of learning and a whole bunch of effectively risk of what's new tools, and it's not always entirely clear what works, what doesn't. And I expect we'll still have to do some more future. Another significant load that also want to be on timers and such forth, which will be a software integration